Hello everyone, I'm Greg Look, thank you for joining me, and welcome back to episode 78 of Factorio with Angels and Bob's Mods. I think we are now done with our train stations down here at our Light processing, and decided that the first thing that we really should be starting using is the crushed stone, because we have a lot of it. So we will somewhere build a outpost to process crushed stone, make it into stone, and make it into mineral sludge, and maybe even use that mineral sludge. We shall see about that though. Maybe we actually need to bring in fuel or coal first though. Or we could just use the coal that we have and fuel the trains with that. I guess that is the easier solution for now. Let's do that. Can these extend? Nope, they cannot. I would just like to be able to... Well, I guess we can do something like this. This is just ugly. If we put a power pole out here, this can be wherever though. Like right next to this. I think I like that a bit more. Oh, apparently our power is out again, unless we just disconnected this from the rest. We have plenty of power up there. Okay, so we have somehow disconnected this. I'm not sure how though. Oh, we just disconnected all of these. We have the power in the main pole. I'm just confused as always. So we do something like this with coal. Where is coal? Yeah. Or should we make it into carbon first? I don't think it really makes a difference. Of course, we also need to extend the network for this. Half of these are not really necessary. I just like to keep it consistent, really. Can we get rid of this? Nope. We do it like that. Do we have coal coming in? Nope, because we don't put the coal into a provider just yet. Okay, so now the trains should start to be refueled. Good. Okay, so we can find out where we want to process this crushed stone. Maybe we should just do it up here. Or maybe we should do it over here. Really should just decide on something and then do it instead of wasting time on it. Let's just do... We don't know how much space we want for actually smelting stuff up here though. I think we'll just do it over here. Where shall we have the train stations then? We don't know how large of an area we want for this. So maybe we should just have the stations around here somewhere and then build down from there. Or is that stupid in any way? I don't know. Let's just build something. I think we will just build the stations around here. Or at least plan the stations around here. I guess we should start building whatever we need here first. Also, I forgot that we needed a lot of signals. We didn't finish all of those over here, and we haven't got for this either. And we don't have a lot of iron on us, which sucks. Oh. We shall fix that at some point. Now, actually, let's make pipelines for this and clean up this stuff a bit. This is just a example, right? No. Is it what we are doing? No, it's not. We are only doing chunks, right? I've already forgotten all about it. We are doing chunks and sorting. Yeah, okay. So I guess that was just a comparison to this. No, this is also not what we're doing. Do we not have the one we're doing? Anyway, we can just remove both of these. This stuff we aren't really using either. Oh, this is the full pipeline for what we're really doing. Even though it is for crushed stone in this case. So we will leave that and make a new one right here. I guess we will also just use crushed stone here. Because that will be the ingredient in two different pipelines. In that one and in that one. And this can just be used for whatever then. We do need coal filters if we want it to run forever though. This one gives us relatively less sulfuric wastewater. Is that a good or a bad thing though? I'm not sure. The ceramic filters. What do they consist of? Is that what we need the green catalyst, metal catalyst for? No, we need alumina for that. Well, we have alumina available. But then we actually spend alumina to make slag slurry, I guess. Maybe that's not the best idea. Would we rather just spend coal? I'm not sure. Wait, this just requires... No, that's again a ceramic filter, not a spent ceramic filter. So I guess we will just use coal filters, right? I think that is more reasonable than spending a lot of alumina on it. So a coal filter takes how many? How much coal, I mean? Oh god dang it, I'm so confused about these on the interface of this. I just want to see the recipes, come on. Coal filter, 1 coal and 5 filter frames become 5 filter. Whereas alumina only gives 1 filter. So 1 alumina to 1 filter, 1 coal to 5 filters. Is this ever a good idea when you can do coal filtering then? I don't think so. Unless you just have a backup of alumina and need it to be spent, of course. I don't think that will be a problem for us, at least not yet. So, to begin with at least, let's just use coal filtering. Actually, this one, let's ignore that. That's so easy to just collect crushed stone into stone. This is pretty easy as well, I guess, but it is the most advanced of them. So we make the slag slurry, and then we make some filters, and then we make mineral sludge, which we can then use for whatever we want, really. Something went wrong recipe, okay. Interesting. We can also make mineral catalysts. Just out of curiosity, what are you using these for? Actually mixing ores for single product sorting. That is awesome. That is something we will need at some point. Because then we can get rid of all the byproducts and their backups, or them backing up. Except I don't know if we can make things like tungsten and such in that way. Is it not called tungsten ore? Oh yeah, it is. It's right there. Oh, you can just mix stuff for that as well. Okay, then I don't think it's really a problem. We will be also making mineral catalysts then. To begin with, though, I think we will just be producing stuff that we need. So something like, whoops, this one, no, not that one, this one. Something like gold or titanium or not aluminium, because we have that already. Cobalt, tungsten, uranium for nuclear power maybe, plus fluoride ore for our givolite processing, or at least the infinite givolite mining. Okay, but first of all we need to do the basic stuff. Question is how we want to do this. Are we going to do it with robots or with belts? It is a lot of crushed stone that needs to get around. So I would say with belts. Which I guess means that we actually need sort of a bus to actually carry all of our many belts of crushed stone around. I should really make these 6 belts wide, right? Because that's what our underground belt can handle. Like that. We need more than 6 belts though. Because if we scale this up to 8 belts of ore, we would get 7 belts of crushed stone as far as I remember. So we would also need to be able to process that, especially when we also get, well, more outposts doing ore stuff. So maybe we actually need to go very big with this, or at least plan it very big. Of course it gets a little bit more manageable when we get faster belts. So that's 12 belts of crushed stone. Let's do a little bit more then. Is this big enough? Or do we just need to leave a lot of space for even more? I don't know how many outposts we will need to make. I would guess a lot, because we need basically each resource. At some point we will also stop doing all of this and just get up to chunks or crystals or purified crystals and just export those. But that still gives us some stone. So yeah, I think we need to be very, very prepared to handle huge amounts of stone. So how about we leave something like that amount of space just for crushed stone for now. I know it's a lot, but well, we shall see if we need it. So down here we can plan whatever we want. Now we need stone output as well, I think. Maybe we don't actually need to make that much. We need it for rail, so it is necessary. And need to be brought to the production area as well. For furnaces, sure. For stone brick, sure. But we could just export stone brick from here as well. Rather than have a outpost dedicated to making stone into stone brick. I think that's an okay idea. So we will be exporting the stone and the stone brick. We need a couple of belts for each of those. Maybe just one belt for each. Do we need that much stone brick really? It is just for machines and concrete, right? Stone brick. Silos, warehouses, pipe, machines, wall. Machines, concrete, machines. No, I don't think we need more than one belt of each stone and stone brick. Then how about what resources we're going to export from here? We can potentially get everything right from mineral sludge. So iron and copper, lead and tin, silicon and silver, gold and nickel, zinc and titanium, aluminium, manganese, chrome, cobalt, tungsten, uranium, fluoride, thorium. That's a lot of different types of resources. I think it makes sense to actually plan for all of them. If this is our only place to process crushed stone, then we will have a lot. We will be making a lot of sludge. And we don't want to be backing up of any of the resources really. And slowing down our stone processing in that way. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 13, 15, 18, plus these. And that is if we only need one belt for each of them. That also means we need 18 train stops though, train depots. Is that okay? Should we be using robots instead of belts? For the output at least? Let's just see here. If we want to produce produce 100 of these. We need 625 crushed stone. Actually, let's just count in belts instead of this, so 15 per second. That would be almost 100 crushed stone per second. That's basically 7 belts. One belt of this as well, please. We can't scale up the input, right? Or can we? No. So we actually need to add in all of the recipes we're going to do. Now we can't really make one build of everything. I'm just trying to figure out how much robots would have to do if we wanted to output stuff with them. So, however many belts we had. We had planned for 42 stone belts. Let's just take a calculator. Clear 42 belts by 15 per second. Why does it feel like that's not a lot? So we basically only get... Well, this alone could handle that, right? These are pretty cheap compared to these, actually. Oh, a build of this is pretty cheap compared to the build of the others. Okay, so this is not a lot we use here. But as soon as we also start making resources, 15. Then we use all of the crushed stone we can have on those 42 belts. Of course, we can upgrade the belts at some point, but then we can just upgrade this stuff as well. My point being, we need to output less than 3 belts of products from here. That is possible to handle by robot, whereas the 42 belts of crushed stone coming in is not as manageable. I think that's a good idea. Or if, at least manageable, yeah. I don't know if it's a good idea or not, but I think it makes it a lot easier than having a separate belt for each of those 19 resources we need to bring out, and then only have 1/19th of a belt on them. Especially because balancing the train depot chests with robots is, well, it's not perfect, but it's a lot simpler than anything else really. And it's a smaller footprint. I think this all makes good sense. For some reason, the 42 belts I would just expect to bring in more than the 600 and something. 630 crushed stone per second. Whoops, I need to stop clicking or pressing keys when having that open. So we don't need these output belts. Well, if we are turning a lot of it into stone, then we might need stone and brick, I guess. So we need to turn a lot of it into stone, export 1 belt of it maybe, up to 1 belt, and then turn the rest of that into brick and export up to 1 belt of that. Where is brick? Concrete. It wasn't there somewhere, okay. So that's 4 to 2 to 1. So 4 to 1. Maybe we should just export the stone and the stone brick on a belt still. Go back to the train depot. That's not too bad still. Let's at least consider that. Okay, so we want to be able to potentially process a full belt of stone brick. So we basically need 4 crushed stone belts coming in to be processed into stone and then into stone brick for that part. I'm guessing we're using electric furnaces here because we don't want to bring in a lot of fuel. We do need coal for the filters though to make the sludge. So we do need to bring in coal for sure. This is just an idea of how much we want to be able to handle per second. That also means we need to be able to make 41 coal filters per second, which is 41 coal, which is almost 3 belts of coal. No, it's not, because it makes 5 per coal, so it's also only 8 coal. That can also be handled by the robots if we want to. I didn't consider that we needed this much stone processed, really. It just makes me wonder a little bit if we should locally turn it into sludge and then just export the sludge, and then in a few places make some stone and stone brick as well. Because what does 7 belts make? Uh, $105 crushed stone per second. I want to see the recipe. So divided by 25 multiplied by 2, we get 8.4 sludge. What? No, this doesn't make any sense. What am I doing? I get 50 sludge for each crushed stone. So I get twice the amount of sludge. So 210, sorry. Sludge per second from the 7 belts. That just seems a lot more manageable. We do need to import sulfuric acid for that though, which we also will need here, of course. Well, I need to think a bit about that. But unfortunately, that's all we have time for in this episode. So thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye.